Can Newcastle United become the best team in the world? 6 months ago, that very question would have, quite frankly, sounded ridiculous. With new investment and new belief, the impossible suddenly seems possible. That's why this week we're looking into what lies ahead at NUFC. Hello there, I'm Sam Ashu and welcome to Football Now from Doha. Now, Newcastle United are a big club. They regularly have attendances in excess of 50,000 spectators, and they are loud, passionate and loyal fans. But they're without a major trophy since 1969, no domestic honours since 1955, and 14 years under the unpopular owner Mike Ashley. But there is at last a feeling of optimism on Tyneside.
It got to the point where Newcastle had totally lost its soul. What makes Newcastle United such an important part of people's lives up here, and people just couldn't be bothered anymore. Many fans were thinking, what is the point? Because Newcastle United, I know it sounds cliche, but it's much more than just a football club.
The Toon Army, as they are known, aren't the first club to have received huge financial backing in a bid to shake up the footballing world. In the early 1980s, AC Milan weren't the international powerhouses that they are today. Unthinkably, they suffered relegation twice from Serie A before they were bought for just €8 million by the media magnate that is Silvio Berlusconi. He went on to become Italy's most powerful man as Prime Minister in an era where his club dominated the game in Europe. In the following 25 years under Berlusconi, they won 8 Serie A titles, 5 Champions Leagues and countless other major trophies. Chelsea were another club who enjoyed an incredible transformation, this time at the start of the 21st century. They were on the verge of financial ruin in 2003 before winning a must-win game against Liverpool to ensure Champions League qualification and the attention of Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich. The Russian acquired the West London club for €170 million. Less than 20 years later, it's now worth in excess of €2 billion. On the pitch, the rise has been dramatic too, with the club becoming champions of the world in Abu Dhabi in February. Manchester City ended the 20th century in League One. That's the third tier of English football, playing the likes of Walsall, Macclesfield and Lincoln City. In 2008, there was a seismic change in the blue half of Manchester. The club were taken over by Sheikh Mansour, and it now seems a matter of when, not if, when they are crowned the champions of Europe. In England, they've lifted the Premier League title 5 times in the last 10 years. And the most recent addition to the list of super clubs is Ligue 1's Paris Saint-Germain. In 2010, PSG finished 13th and 31 points off of top spot. A year later, Qatar Sports Investments took over, with the following decade seeing some of football's leading lights heading to the French capital. David Beckham, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi all bringing the beautiful game to the city of love. 7 titles in 9 seasons means that they rule in France. Like Manchester City, they're still waiting for that first elusive Champions League triumph.
You're not going to see necessarily splashing the cash like Man City did at the beginning. And I think Newcastle United fans have accepted that. No matter it's people who know the Premier League and lay the foundations. You know, a lot of people have talked about how Wayne Bridge went to Manchester City, you know, very early on, and it's them kind of signings that lay the foundations for what comes later.
So what are the new owners at Newcastle hoping to deliver?
So I know obviously the owners have said between 5 and 10 years for the first league title, and at first seeing the state of the club and the state of disrepair the club was in, really from top to bottom, from academy level up to, you know, board level, I thought that maybe it would be a bit longer than that. I thought it would be at least 7 to 10 years at the very minimum. However, seeing the business that we've done in January, the way that we've just transformed as a club under the new owners, just in general as a takeover, I think that actually 5 years might be a little bit more realistic in terms of at least battling for top 4. But in my opinion, winning the Premier League, I think, is definitely closer to 7 to 10 years.
Now, despite a meagre 20 years, Newcastle fans have remained passionate to the core. So just what would it mean to the people of the city to see black and white success in the future?
Yeah, under Mike Ashley, it was just full of negativity, total toxicity. There was nothing really to look for in terms of progression of the club. So to actually eventually get it over the line was really, really emotional. I think me and my family shed a few tears between us. Happy tears, of course. And yeah, just really a really joyous occasion.
So can they improve life on and off the pitch in Newcastle?
The city itself, you know, the northeast in general is a very deprived region, just in terms of the whole country, really, socially, economically. Just to see what the owners of the likes of Man City have done to Manchester in general, and you know, the different infrastructure and the things that they've provided, like the institutions that they've built, is just so significant. And I honestly can't wait to see what can be generated within Newcastle.
The priority, of course, though, is what happens on the pitch. Reports of potential incoming, such as Neymar and Kylian Mbappe, were always unlikely in the short term, as Chris Wood, Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn and Bruno Guimaraes, the new arrivals in January. 3 straight wins saw them rise out of the relegation zone, and it's the other end of the table that they will soon be eyeing up.
They can go right to the top. You know, there's no reason why Newcastle United can't be challenging for top honours, and goodness knows the fans deserve it after waiting so many years. And what they've got now is they have an ownership who want to leave their mark. They want to turn this club into what it could be. They want to seize the potential of this club and a united fan base.
So exciting times ahead for Newcastle as they attempt to gatecrash the party of the world's biggest and best football clubs. Will they make it to the very top? Do let us know what you think at home using the hashtag FootballNowNewcastle, and we'll see you next time for more Football Now.